Every team in the country will find it hard coming if they play with that intensity, and they create the atmosphere with these fans here. Always been a hard place to play, but now it doesn't matter. These players, I looked at the team today. That midfield three that he put out today, I don't think Sean Dyche has had a profile of players with that amount of dynamism. I don't know about quality, but dynamism, the physicality that they've got to be able to get around and get against people today. They were so dynamic, they were aggressive. If they beat one player at Arsenal, there was another blue shirt straight there. And I think that, to work with that, and the players in the forward areas as well, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I don't think he's had a player of that quality either. So if he can get them motoring, and with the organisation that he showed that he can put into a team today, they have a real chance.
Sean Dyche deserves a huge amount of credit because it's about detail, it's about messages to the players, and then it's about the players applying that. But it comes, doesn't it, from the message, from the manager. And the manager was sat eagerly, waiting for this opportunity. You know, he's talked before, he looked at the negativity of me saying, well, you've had a couple of relegations, but actually it's 7.5 years of really good success as well within that.
He weren't happy with that, Martin. He wasn't
Martin's backtrack.
He wasn't happy with that, but he'll be happy now with the result. And he deserves great credit because they've taken it on board, those messages. And we saw different performances from the players.
No, 100%. And when you flip that to Arsenal, who all of us are sitting here going, we believe they could win this league, right? And I put them as favourites. And they'll probably still edge them slightly. But the psychology now is going to be a real test for them. How do they handle this bump in the road? We've seen them in games,
massive learning curve.
But it's going to be a big thing for them.
You saw Everton first sort of 10, 15 minutes, they sat off. They were really deep. The back line was deep, but they made it compact. The midfield came with them. Arsenal are going to come up against that problem time and time again this season.
If you know what he wanted, and you delivered today. That was all the sweat he wanted and all the effort.
Yeah, we know how good they are as a team, but we also know we were a good team as well. I thought in the game we had the better chances, and luckily enough, big Tark put the header away and got us much needed 3 points today.
James, that's your first Everton goal. Perfect timing.
I know, it took me a while. I need to score more, to be fair. I feel like I'm good in my own box and I need to get me down a few more in that box. But a great time to do it and a great day. And then we're back to work Monday and crack on again.
You're fighting against the team that's top of the table, but you won pretty much all the duels and the one-to-one battles as well.
I think that's the thing we've lacked a bit this season. We've not lacked technical ability. We've just lacked that little bit of grit at times, and that's what the fans want to see here. And we've got to show it every week. And today we did, and we put a great performance against the best team in the league currently. So yeah, pleased. And I thought this lad was terrific because it's not tough. He's come in and out the team, but we've seen what he was all about today.
Congratulations! Enjoy the celebrations today.
Incredible how things work out. We always knew that Sean Dyche was going to inherit 3 former Burnley players. And with one of them injured, the other 2 played a crucial role in his first game in charge of Everton to come up with a winning goal, and against, of all teams, an imperious-looking Arsenal side, Leon.
As far as Sean Dyche is concerned, let's carry on the conversation we were having about Arsenal. Just their second defeat this season. It's something we need to keep in perspective, right? This is only their second defeat of the season.
Of course, and you're anxious with a young group. You don't want to go overboard, and that's 2 defeats now, isn't it? They lost against Man City in the FA Cup. I feel they've been quite outstanding. It's about how you now react to that, to disappointment. It's such a young group, so we look at the maturity, youngest group in the Premier League. But they are capable of bouncing back. But that was a lesson for them. But it's how they respond and learn from that lesson. I thought, though, that Everton locked in, particularly the Arsenal's 2 wide players today, Saka and Martinelli, and they couldn't get that little bit of magic that Rio was talking about. There were opportunities for Arsenal, but they didn't have that cutting edge today in the final third. And if you keep losing games, then obviously that creates a doubt. So quickly, Arteta will want to get back on that winning trail again against Brentford next time.
I think it's important, that point, reaction. How do you react? And I think when we played, it was you don't lose 2 games on the spin. And you've got to find a way to get results anywhere by any means. And you can't always play perfect football and brilliant. And there's going to be big long spells in games where it's not going your well. Can you override them moments, come out of them moments with some positivity? And it's going to be the experienced players like the Jorginho, who even just come in the change room, to be able to talk to young players to make them feel comfortable. Even in this situation where you drop points, it's not the end of the world. You're still top of the league. You're still playing good football. We played some good football today. Just didn't have that cutting edge. So you've got to find positives somewhere in this performance today, even though it'd be difficult, to really maintain that momentum and confidence throughout the squad. You can't lose it through one result.
I don't think they will. The group of young players, the momentum that Arsenal have been on, they're almost like Teflon in the season already, where they've shown character, they've shown depth, they've showed character. And so as much as as Martin said, they will learn from this today, how it felt, that emotional kind of reaction to it, what it kind of sounded like, what all the pictures looked like on the pitch, how they couldn't break them down, they analyse it, critique it. And I think Arsenal will almost be a better team because of this. OK,
well, I'll tell you what, let's go straight back to Des and hear from Mikel Arteta.
Mikel, obviously that's a disappointing result. What did you make of the performance today?
Yeah, a really tough match. We knew that before we came in, especially with the circumstances of the match, with the new manager and the style of play they had, we knew it was going to be tough. I think we started the game pretty well and controlled the game. After 20 minutes, we started to lose a little bit some control and start to play a little bit the game that they want to play. We had loads of the ball, but we lacked that purpose, and when I said piece is what they do. You can see that, and then they slow the game down. They do that really well, and we were struggling to come back in the game.
Why weren't you able to cope with these balls into the box and the set pieces? They did cause you a lot of trouble throughout, didn't they?
They do to every team. That's their strength. When you see the height that they have in the team, the physicality is one of the main strengths. You want to beat against them, you have to control that aspect. And today we didn't do it. And then with the ball, when the way we progressed the ball into the final third, we have to create much more than what we've done today.
I saw you telling the players just to calm down a little bit. Were you looking for a bit more composure, being careful with the ball?
More composure and to control emotionally as well the game better, because if not you start to get in the game that they want to play. Everything is in and out with a lot of duels and into free kicks. We made so many free kicks in the last 10-12 minutes that are necessary because that's what they want, and we could have done things much better.
What's the mood in that dressing room right now?
What I told them, that today I love them much better than the week before, a month ago, 6 months ago. So it's easy to be next to someone that is winning and playing well. Is the moment now we have to be next to them because they deserve it, fully deserve it. And I'm so proud to coach these players.
Still top, still going to be plenty of twists and turns in the rest of the season.
This is not going to be a rose pathway, This is going to be tricky, difficult. You're going to have to react to disappointment. You're going to have to dig in, and we're going to have to play better than what we've done today for sure.
Thanks very much, Mikel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love that message from him there. That now's the time to tell my players I love them more than ever, to stand alongside them. Look, there is going to be highs. Message needs to be shared with the Arsenal fans. You go on social media now and it's so negative and so fearful that that's it, the title's now over. The fans need to be like Mikel as well, and just like...
It's football though, isn't it?
It is, but the one thing they need at the moment is that balance, Arsenal.
No, and it's a stable environment at Arsenal right now. They're really building, been a standout team so far. And, obviously it's a bump in the road, it's how you respond.
Yeah.
He knows that everyone's looking. He's realistic in what he's saying, but it is about responding. And of course there's a little game against Man City just on the horizon coming up as well, when you can prove everybody wrong that are starting to doubt, because it creeps in. That doubt will creep in. Brentford up next is all that matters for Arsenal now. I need to concentrate in on that, but it's how they learn from it. And when they come here, that's 3-4 times they've lost here now coming to Goodison. This group have never really experienced a win here.
I'll tell you one thing though, that City team will be sitting at home now going, right, licking their lips, rubbing their hands together, because now the pendulum could really swing, especially when you see the fixture list. Brentford next week, but then Man City the week after that, and you think that's when the experience may be telling. But then you look at Arsenal, it may be where they're fearless and they've not experienced this yet. So you don't know where it's going to sit, but that game there...
Suddenly the Arsenal fans become Spurs fans for tomorrow against Man City.
As usual.
What would you want at this point? Would you like the youthful exuberance that Arsenal have got, or would you want the title-winning experience?
I wanted the experience. Yeah. I was a young player going into Manchester United. I needed the experience around me to help me through certain situations in the season where you drop points. And as much as I still think that Arsenal will win the league, I'll be very, very, very kind of wary of Man City.
We said before the game this was a big obstacle, didn't we? We said it's a young Arsenal group that are striving, reaching, developing. There's still things they're learning, and that was a big learning curve. It's how they respond now.
Yeah, I don't think they're overachieving Arsenal. I think they are playing fantastic football. I think they're synchronised. They're applying all the sort of conundrums and the tactics that Mikel Arteta has created, that brilliant environment that has allowed them to be kind of the best that they can be. So I think their top position is justified, and I still think that they will win the league. And as I said before the game, a win today for Everton could be a bigger kind of changing point in the season than a loss for Arsenal.
Pep and Man City will be smelling blood right now.
Oh, yeah.
And Arsenal will look to respond in their next match. Right, thank you all very much indeed. Really enjoyed that today.
Did everything you demanded?
Well, I think everything they demanded. You know, it's about the players as well, and I think they're the focal point for me now. Very honest during the week in their assessment of where they were. Very honest of what they felt that we could add as a collective. They've taken a lot on this week. We've condensed a lot of work into a week, and I thank them for that because it's not easy. But as I said, the minimum requirement is maximum effort, and there was certainly plenty of effort today.
We saw that. We saw the press, we saw the duels, we saw the battles. You seem to win most of those.
Well, I think it's important whilst we rebuild confidence. You know, they've been in a position where it's not nice for anyone, you know, and for the players as well. So some of the basic requirements never change. You know, you've got to win your 1v1s, you've got to win your battles, you've got to win your races, you've got to win the commitment cause to the commitment to the cause. Sorry, and I think there was a good feel of that. I still think we can improve with our play, but that comes with confidence, and confidence comes with results usually.
And you said you wanted the players to wear the badge with pride. You've got that response today.
Yeah, but I make it clear, it's not that they weren't. Just needs shining up a little bit. You know, there was commitment, but you need to add to it. You need to rebuild it sometimes. It's not that they weren't, it just maybe got a bit softened. You know, I'm not knocking what they were trying to do under the last manager. I've got my style of working, that's all it is. And I said that's part of it. You know, we want to make sure that everyone knows we are committed to the cause and we are giving everything.
A couple of ex-Burnley players contributed to the performance today. James Tarkowski, great time for him to score his first Everton goal.
Yeah, I'm delighted for him. He's someone I've taken great joy in watching his career develop. And when he got a move here, I wished him well, and Dwighty as well. You know, they're two players I'm used to working with. Keane will get fitter and sharper, another player I'm used to working with. But they at least give some of the players maybe a nudge in the right direction of how things are going to be working. But no, I'm delighted for them too, because it's a good delivery and a good finish. And set pieces are a big part of the game, we all know that.